Hello, hello, it's Jennifer Sinceri. I am just getting everything shared where it needs to be so people can find this video. So just give me maybe one more minute and I will be with you. All right, everyone, happy Friday. How are you? I cannot believe it's Friday. My week has gone by so fast. Yes and no, I should say. I have been working in our church fireworks booth every day this week for 6 hours, you guys. 6 hours a day. Yeah. So our fireworks booth supports our youth group, and it sends our kids to summer camp at Hume Lake, which is close to Fresno, California. And so we have been working hard as parents of our youth and our church selling those fireworks. But let me tell you, I am hot and tired at the end of the day. But I am so glad to be here with you for some stamping therapy, and we're going to have some fun. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for hopping on, friend. If you are watching, I really appreciate it when you guys interact with me. That makes it so much more fun. So please comment. Please don't hesitate. Please comment so we know that you're here and we can talk with each other. Hi, Carolyn Jeannie. Please give my video a thumbs up or a heart. And then please share the video. Sharing is caring. So when you share the video, that lets more people find me. And then they get to experience the love of paper crafting as well. Plus, it also helps me build my business. More people find me, and I appreciate that. I can't do what I do without customers. So every order that you place with me, or every workshop that you attend, every video that you share, all of those things help me continue to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And so I really appreciate that because I absolutely love what I do. Okay, tonight we are going to make some more Christmas cards. We are going to play with a new stamp set called Tidings and Trimmings. And this stamp set is a bundle. It has dies that go with it. It is in our annual catalog. So our annual catalog looks like this on the cover. And on page 88 and 89, you will find this bundle. All right, so the bundle, like I said, are stamps and dies. The stamps are photopolymer. That means they are clear. There is a suite, and in the suite, we have one magic code. So if you fell in love with everything that coordinates with this, you could use this one code for $58 and get everything. So that would include your stamp set and your dies. That would include the designer series paper, and that would include some evening evergreen chevron weave ribbon. You can see it right here in the background. So for all of that, it would be $58, which is actually a really good deal. Okay, hi Pamela, how are you, friend? I'm so glad you're here. All right, now I showed you this paper on Tuesday, and this paper is on sale. So we talked about our designer series paper sale. Going through August 2nd, all of these packs of paper are 15% off. So you are paying $9.78 for a pack of paper, which is great. That helps us, with our crafting needs. And then I am running a special, my own personal special. So when you order through me, you place an order through me, a pack of paper that is on sale, I am going to gift you 3 card kits. Okay? So, little incentive for you to place an order, and you will get to try out making some card kits. And my host code for July is right up here. So this is brand new host code. You can find me at Stamping with Jennifer Sinceri on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then this is my website, jennifersinceri.stampinup.net, where you can place orders. Okay, so let's get stamping. Okay, we have got some adorable stockings in this stamp set. Adorable stockings. One, when you stamp it, it's going to be colored in with your ink. The other one is an outline, and then you color it in with markers or colored pencils. Same thing with our star here. And then we've got some branches or boughs, evergreens. We've got some berries, and then we've got sentiment and a cute bow that you color in. I'm going to grab a drink. We're going to make 3 cards tonight. One is a fun fold. And I have not made this type of fun fold with you yet. So that'll be fun. And if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you do not have a catalog you would like one, please reach out to me. I would love to give you a catalog. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the fun fold for last. Hi, Julie. Hi, Stacy. Happy Friday, everyone. Okie dokie. So, this card, ooh, don't fall on the floor, all these little pieces. So I pre-cut all of our little pieces here. Let me show you the dies. I forgot to do that. So you can see what these dies cut out. Okay, you can tell I was busy. Like I said, I've been pulling 6-hour days at our church fireworks booth every single day. And so I was worried I was not going to be ready for tonight because I had to delay today's class. And I just didn't know if I was going to have time to get my card kits ready for you guys tonight. So I'm just putting everything back so we can see it. I love those star die cuts. We've got a little baby star here. There's our little bow. I don't know, you know, it's so funny. I don't know how they get all these pieces back. I start to use them and I can never get them put back. It's like, where did they go? I don't know how they did that. Okay, this little piece right here, those are for holly berries. You get 6 little holly berries. So we've got an outline star and then this really pretty detailed star. Okay, and there's a small one and a big one that's like that. I've got a stocking that will cut out those stamps. 2 holly dies, so that's nice. And then we've got berries. This one is the berry stamp that will cut it out. And then we've got these guys here that you can color in, and then this die will cut that out. So this die set has 15 pieces. 15 pieces. Hi, Betty and Lori. Thanks for hopping on, friends. Okay, so let's get started. So I have a card base, standard card base, in our Simply Succulent, or what is it, soft succulent? Soft succulent, I think. And then I took a piece of ivory cardstock, okay, and that's 1/4 inch shorter. And then this is the paper that I used on Tuesday. And so we have this really pretty piece that I had suggested you could use this for fall also. And so we're going to use that here, and I'll give you the dimensions, okay, so you guys can write this down. It is 2 inches across by 5 inches. All right, so that's this piece. Then I cut a piece of gold foil paper, and this gold foil paper is actually in the new holiday mini catalog. It returned from our mini holiday catalog last year. So this was something we had last year during the holidays, and then they brought it back. Okay, and so we're going to put that here. And then I've got another piece. Now I don't want so much gold. It was just a scrap, so I'm going to put this piece on top of it. All right, so we just have a little bit showing. This piece is 1.5 by 5 as well. Okay, so any little piece of gold that you've got that's 5 inches long will work. It doesn't matter the width, because you can just overlap your pieces. Now I'm going to start placing these down with my adhesive. Let's get that placed in the right place. All right. Let's see if we've got it. Where is it? There it goes. Okay. So, where you guys are you having hot weather? We were blessed. I mean, I am sitting outside in the heat with no air conditioning. So that's kind of a bummer, but we've had a breeze, and so that helped. Let me make sure what's going on here. I feel like it's catching. So we did have a bit of a breeze, and then we did have shade. So that was nice. I wasn't out in direct sunlight, but gosh, it was hot. You know, when you're sitting outside and there's no air. Now, I don't want my little pods to be upside down. So be careful with the direction of your DSP. Make sure you're paying attention to that. All right, I'm going to put some adhesive on our gold. Okay. I'm going to put that right up against this piece. Okay. And then these branches, I don't think it has a right side. It doesn't really matter. This is a very easy card. I did cut out some dies, and the nice thing was that I could do several at a time, so that saved me time. Now, what I would suggest is you want to make sure you get your little bit of ivory on the end that you want. Okay, and we're going to want to make sure that we don't go taller than our other layers. Okay, there we go. So we just have a little strip of gold. Isn't that pretty? I am grateful that we are not in triple digits, Stacy. Very, very, very grateful for that. I am sticky. You know, when I come home, I'm sticky, and I'm also really thirsty. I've been trying to hydrate, but when you only have 2 people running the shift, you can't go use the bathroom when you want to. You can't, it's really difficult to leave that one person by themselves running it. So, you know, it's like you need to drink, but you're afraid to drink because you might have to go to the bathroom. So it's like, as soon as that 3 o'clock comes, and that next shift comes, because I've been doing 2 shifts back to back, I am like, okay, I'm going to go use the bathroom. And then I come home and I drink a ton of water. All right, so I am pulling our Delightful Tag Punch, and this is on page 149, the Delightful Tag Topper Punch. It's $23, okay? So I'm using that in this card also. It was a scrap of paper that is 2 inches wide, okay? 2 inches wide. You put your paper in. You can see that there are different tracks, so you could go smaller than 2 inches. But I went 2 inches, and you put it all the way in, and then you punch it. And so that's what I have here. Now, I don't need it this long. I don't want it necessarily this long. And I need to pull my sentiment. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and then I'm going to trim some, okay? So let's see what sentiment we want to use on here. May your days be merry and bright. I don't know that this one will fit. It's the most wonderful time of year. I think we'll do May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. Let's see what that looks like. Are these? Actually, it would fit. I could fit that one on there. All right. And let me grab a block. I'm going to need my ink pad too. Oh, I hope all my colors are up here. I have some of my ink pads downstairs. Okay, should have checked that, but I think we're good. All right, let me grab my evergreen. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. Where is it? Is it right in front of me and I don't see it? I've got my Whisper White. There it is. There it is. Okay. So Evening Evergreen. All right, tap, tap, tap. Whenever you are inking up your stamps, you do not need to smash it in there. Our ink pads are very juicy, and then after you've been using them often, you'll want to re-ink them, but you do not need to smash it and grind it into your ink pad. There is no reason for that. Don't need to do that. And I'm just wiping off that little bit of extra ink there because we don't want that to get on our paper. Okay, so this is going to go at an angle, and then I'm going to stamp it. So I'm just kind of looking here. I'm going to go like this at an angle, and then get it to fit. Okay. And hopefully we get it all on there. And I'm letting that ink just soak in, and then I lift. Okay. Now let's see where we want to trim that. I think I'm going to go about there. Let me get my paper trimmer. I'll just take off a little bit. Okay. All right. Now, I've got lots of little pieces here that we're going to use. So I cut out a couple of the bigger stars, and I need to punch out all the little pieces. So I'm just going to use my little U-pick tool and get those out. So in Utah, you've got 92 degrees. Ooh, in the evening, yikes. That makes it hard to sleep when it's so hot. Hopefully you've got some good fans going or some air conditioning. Pamela. All right, so I've got one little star we'll put there. I'm just going to play around and see what I like. Okay. If you're a demonstrator, you were able to place your pre-order for the holiday catalog yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see how many of you have already placed your order, your pre-order. And if you have another demonstrator that you purchased through, have you bought some of the new Designer Series paper? Are you getting that sale price? So we'll move these around. We'll see where we want to put them. I've got some smaller stars that we're going to put on here. If I can get them to cooperate. Okay. Did I have one more? Is it? I normally do odd numbers, so I'm wondering if there was another little star, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, maybe I dropped it on the floor because I have 4 here. No, I think I would have done 5, but that's okay. We'll use 3. Now I've got these little guys. We'll see where we want to put those. So Lori, you placed your pre-order and you did get some of the sale DSP. Awesome. Yep, I ordered some more of this Christmas paper, and I ordered the Beauty of the Earth. So that's the tree leaf paper. I thought that would make really pretty fall cards. Okay, what do you guys think? Is this coming together pretty good? Are you liking it? Oops. Come here, little baby star. I think that's very pretty. And then we're going to put a bow. Okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of move them down where they go, so they're close to where they need to be, so I remember. Because I need to put my tag down, which I probably will pop up. Give it some dimension. All right. I'm trying to get my dimensionals, and they're like kind of out of my reach. There we go. All right, let's bring this closer. So now that it's Friday, what are your guys' plans for the weekend? What are you guys going to do? Do you have any plans? How are you going to celebrate the 4th of July? All right, I am going to use liquid glue for my stars because they're so intricate and they would get very sticky if I used my Stampin' seal. Julie, you placed your order, but you did not get any DSP. Okay. I'm just going to do little dots. Stacy, you're going to recover from your week, so it sounds like you're going to rest. Maybe you get to sleep in a little bit. Okay. Good, that'll be nice. I can't believe we're already in July. I feel like June went by so fast. Okay. That one's sticking up a bit. Might have to put a little more glue on there. Okay. And our last one. Is anyone going to get some crafting in this weekend? Are any of you going to barbecue, have people over? Do you get to have a fireworks show? Maybe your town is putting one on, or your neighborhood. I'm going to be working the booth, and unless we sell out. If we sell out, then I get to go home early. And then we'll probably do some barbecuing and let the kids enjoy a few fireworks. Okay. You're going to prep for your next workshop, Julie. Sounds like a plan. Yep, I need to get some of my projects done too. I just don't know if that's going to happen this weekend. I need to know how many I'm prepping for. So I need people to RSVP for my workshop. And then I know how much to plan. When my schedule is so busy, it's hard because I have to pace myself so that I have plenty of time to get everything done with church and responsibilities and kids. I need to, know what I'm doing, and then get everything planned and prepped. So, and we are hoping to get away as a family for a weekend twice this month. So we're going to try and get away. And so that takes up my time away from prepping for my workshops too. So I am going to be very, very busy. But I don't want to have to prep more than I have to. So I need to get on my ladies and find out, are you coming or not? Because that will save me some time. Okay, I think, I'm getting little pieces here. Let's move those. All right, I've got one more evergreen. Just be really careful. I'm not putting it on the whole piece, just enough to stick it in and hide it. You're going to be stamping most of your weekend, Shelly. That'll be fun. Relaxing, therapeutic. Okay, I put 3 little glue dots, liquid glue dots, and I'm going to just place those smaller stars on them. Okay, and then I'm going to save this extra bow that I didn't use. I've got an extra star. I'll save that for another card. And then let's put our bow on. Okay, and that one will be done. What do you guys think of this card? I think it looks very elegant with that gold. Just getting my adhesive off there. Yeah, you could do this type of design with snowflakes too. There's a snowflake stamp set with dies in the annual catalog also. I agree, Stacy. Yep, very easy layout. Just change your dies. Smart thinking. Okay. All right, I'm gonna bring my tails to the center and make sure they're the same length and trim this other end. Oops. Okay, and then glue that on there. All right. I think I left my glue dots downstairs, so I'm going to grab some of these guys and we'll make do. Might put 2 of them on here. Okay. That one tail is kind of tweaking there. I think that's very, very elegant. And it really wasn't hard. Just some die cutting, which once you get on a roll, you just start cutting out the pieces, you know. And I used the scraps up. So there's our first card. Very pretty. Thank you, Stacy and Julie. Thank you. All right, let me move these little bits. Throw those in the trash, and we'll move on to the next card. Okay. Oh, we'll move it over here. Next card. Okay, this one I have a real red card base. Okay, and I have a mat of basic white. I'm gonna fix my edges here. A little frayed. I keep forgetting to change my blade. Okay. That goes for the inside. All right. And we're gonna do it this direction, I believe. Okay, now remember last week, hi Lori. Remember on Tuesday, I showed you a card using scraps. Do you remember that? This is a little different. We did this card with scraps, okay? This one, these are more scraps, but they're wider, okay? And they are going to go on this card. And actually, this is Pansy DSP, but I thought that would match really well, okay? So what I'm done is, and I'll tell you the dimensions, this one's a little bit wider, so I put it in the middle, and I want a little bit of red all around them. And then I cut one of these out. We've used this die a lot. And I'm going to stamp a sentiment here. And then I cut and colored one of the stockings. And we're going to add a little stamped bow to that. Isn't that adorable? So easy. So easy. Okay, so let's put this down first. I think I'm going to do the middle one first, or maybe I'll do the ends. If we do the ends, and then we can place our middle. Okay? That way, you know, everything's centered. I really do like the colors in this pack of paper. Yes. There are so many colors that you can use. And it's the more traditional Christmas colors, although you're pulling in the, is it Sahara sand or is it crumb cake? I can't remember. I'll have to look. Okay. So let's get that down. All right, and then we'll do this piece. You could do the chevron, or you could do this. I think I like this side better. I'm not pressing it hard enough. I'm having trouble with my adhesive tonight. There we go. There it goes. I'm hoping that's even. Okay, and we're going to do this one. You could do that side, or you could do that side. I'm going to go, maybe I'll do this side. I don't know. Let's see which one we like better. Might be too much green. I think I like the white side better. Yep. Color, it coordinates with the stocking. You could do whatever you want if it's your card, obviously. And I love that I am using up scraps and I am not wasting paper. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Sahara Sand. Okay. All right, let's put a sentiment on here. Okay. And we'll use our evergreen again. And let's put some dimensionals. Did I lose my, oh, there they are. Goodness, it's like I'm blind tonight. Yeah, I was getting kind of loopy in the fireworks booth. It was like, you know, when you're so tired and you're starting to not see things and they're right in front of you. Yeah, that was happening. And I can tell it's happening again. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Be patient with me. Be gentle, because I'm working on fumes. I am tired, but I'm just excited that I get to stamp. Sometimes you're so tired that you can't stamp. I feel like I make more mistakes when I'm too tired, but I have been looking forward to spending time with you ladies. So I'm all good. Now you could pop this up some more or not, totally up to you. You always want to think about shipping, you know, if you're going to mail the card, and you just don't want things to be too dimensional. Some of my cards that are more dimensional, I hand deliver. Now, one thing, and I just thought of it, one thing that you could add on here is if you had some, what's it called? Crystal Effects, you could put that on there. Or what's the other stuff that we had that was puffy? You could put that on, and I can't remember what it was called. I don't think we sell it right now in the catalog, but we did last holiday catalog. You might have some of it sitting around. It dried and it was kind of puffy. I can't remember. Kind of like puffy paint. Okay, there's our next card. Very simple and very sweet. Okay, that's card number 2. And here's the last card we're going to do. And it is, like I said, a fun fold. All right, it's a new fun fold. Okay. So I'm going to give you some dimensions, and you're going to want to write these down so that you can make this card yourself. And I had them written down. I know I love using up my scraps, and because I hate to throw them away, but I hate holding on to them forever too. Like, we need to get rid of them. Okay. So I have a piece of Evening Evergreen. And your dimensions are, I'm actually going to use my grid paper to show you. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe. All right, so It is, I'm just going to use my ruler. It'll be easier and you guys can see it better. Okay. It is 8 and 2/8. 8 and 2/8. Okay. By 5 1/2. 8 and 2/8 by 5 1/2. All right. And then we scored it. There's 2 score lines. So we scored it at 3 inches and 7 1/4. All right. So we scored it at 3 inches and 7 1/4. So it goes like this and it goes like this. And there's a little gap in between. All right. So does everybody have that part? I'm going to burnish my score lines. Hello, you need to go bye-bye because I'm busy. That's Mr. Teddy. No, you need to go bye-bye. All right, now we're going to have a piece of white. Let's make sure this is it. Yep. Because this one goes inside. Ooh, I'm finding those little gold pieces everywhere. Yeah, this is the piece that goes inside. Okay, so this one is 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. Okay? And then we have a piece of DSP. And that is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to glue these parts down and then I'll tell you more. Okay, so let's get these glued down. Oh man, I am having trouble tonight. There we go. Okay, it looks like there's one side that looks a little more upright than the other. All right, and then we're going to glue that onto our flap. Okay, so there's that piece. Now, where's my other little, there we go. I've got some holly leaves here I don't want to lose. All right, and that goes on the inside. Now we've got another piece of white. And this piece is going to go here. And it is 7/8 by 5 3/8. 7/8 by 5 3/8. And then we're going to use the chevron side, okay, of DSP, and that is 3/4 by 5 1/4. 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to glue those together. Got sticky fingers. That liquid glue always gets me. Oops. Okay. All right, there we go. There's that piece. All right, now we're going to open it up. And this piece is going to go here, and that's what I'm going to write on and put a little sentiment. And then I'm going to put a piece here, okay? So that'll fold like that. Now, I think I want that. I might have to trim that a little bit more. So let me trim a little bit off because I don't want that white to show. And let me check how much this is. This is 3. I think I want it to be 2 7/8 like the other piece. 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. Yep. So 2 7/8 by 5 3/8, which was our original piece of white that we had. And now that won't show. Yep. But let me stamp here first. So I am thinking, how about we do some red ink on this one? Okay. Let's do some red to make it pop. Now on the front, I'm going to do a little sentiment. It's going to say Noel on the front. I think this one I'm going to say, I could do wishing you a joyful Christmas and Happy New Year. Or I could say may your days be merry and bright. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay. And let's make sure we got that all nice and inked up. Okay. All right. And if I wanted to, I could stamp the star on here. I am going to use stars on the front. Maybe we'll stamp a star on the inside. And I'm going to do that, let's see, if I think I'll do it in evergreen, or should I do it in red? I don't know. We'll go evergreen. I can always do another one if I don't like it, right? Do we have a smaller? We don't have a smaller star. So I don't know that I want to do another, but maybe I'll do like part of a star here. Here we go. Okay. A little more right there. Okay, you guys are quiet. Are you deep in thought? Taking this all in? Wondering, what is it going to look like? I don't know. Is it quiet? Oh my goodness gracious. Come on. You're enjoying the show. All right. I'm glad. I was like, okay, am I boring you guys? Am I too monotone tonight because I'm tired? Oh. Okay. Now, I'm going to get that little bit of sticky off because I don't want that getting on my card and ripping my paper. I know I need to get my silicone mat, but didn't have time to get everything out. You know how that is, right, ladies? Okay. Okay. Now, let's decorate the front. So I stamped, or I didn't stamp, I die cut 2 of these, and I'm going to show you why. And then I cut some holly leaves, and then I have some little tiny holly berries that I cut out, but I may not use those. I might end up using some red rhinestones. We'll see. You're stamping with me. Are you working on birthday cards? Is it like we're sitting together stamping? That's awesome. Okay. Let's punch out all these little pieces. Sorry, I didn't have time to do that before. Before I had to get everything prepped before I left at 12 o'clock this morning. So I had 1 card designed. I had to come up with 2 more cards to design. And this was one of them. And I didn't have time to punch out all the little pieces. So bear with me, ladies. Okay. Now, if you look at the sample in our catalog, there's this heart. Why am I saying heart? See, you guys, I am so tired. There's this star on the page, and it looks very dimensional. What the design team did was they actually cut out 2 or 3 of these, and they laid them on top of each other. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. Maybe if I had more time, I would. I don't know. I cut 2 out, but maybe I won't use them both. Maybe I'll just do 1. Because, you know, I don't want to bore you. Don't want to bore you. Sorry. This is when I get nervous and I'm like, oh my gosh. I gotta get this done. It's just my life is so busy right now. And normally I would not be doing 6-hour shifts for the fireworks booth, but we just can't seem to get people to volunteer. Everyone's busy or other situations, and so some of us are having to do more shifts, and it's taking up my whole day, and so I haven't been home all week. So it is what it is, right? Oh, come on, get out. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and being patient. Thank you for being understanding. Oh, hi, Deanna. Glad you're here. You can always go back and watch the replay. Don't worry. We've done 2 cards and I'm on my last card. Okay, I think I got all those little bits out. Okay. Now I need to make this smaller, and I'm gonna stamp Noel on here, and I'm actually gonna do it in white ink. I'm gonna move this to the side, and can I bring a table and stamp at the booth during slow times? I wish I could, Lori, but there's like very little slow times. I'm not kidding you. We're doing very well on our sales, which that is awesome. But like every time I go to sit down, it's like then I'm not even sitting for 10 or 15 minutes and I got to get back up again. It's been crazy. Yeah. So I think that's a good thing for sure. But, yeah, I was thinking about, oh, I could bring a little card table and I could do some stamping, but there really hasn't been a lot of downtime. Okay. So this is the white ink pads, okay? They come uninked and you add the ink, and the ink is very much like paint, okay? So I'm going to ink up my Noel, and I'm probably going to trim this because it's too wide, but that's okay. I will trim it. All right. And it's very, very light. That's why we're going to, I think I need to add some more ink on this. Let's do that. And then you guys can see how creamy and paint-like it is. All right. Amy. Yeah, you worked this morning, the morning shift, and there's just not a lot of downtime, you know, from restocking to helping customers. There's just not a lot of downtime. I wish I could sit and stamp. Okay, I just put a little more. I'm going to turn this over, and then we'll see if that goes on a little darker. And then we're going to put some embossing powder over it. Okay? All right. There we go. Got more. Now, I bought this little sandwich tub at Dollar Tree, and I use it for when I am embossing. So this is white embossing powder. And while this is wet, we're going to sprinkle some of that on here. And then I dump it and tap it. Okay, and we're going to make sure we get a little bit more, or I can actually just go like this. And make sure I get that nice and covered. You can, usually we use the Versamark ink pad for this, but I want it to be white. And so I use the white ink. I'm just making sure I'm getting that part of the end really well. So I'm just trying to flick off any little pieces, little pieces of powder we don't want. Okay, and I'm going to cap that because I don't need it to spill. And I'll clean up my mess later. I'm going to cover this because what I'm going to do is use a heat tool, and I don't need it to blow all my powder everywhere. So, heat tool, you want to be careful because you can burn yourself. It's going to make a little bit of noise. So just bear with me. And it's going to melt that powder. And make it look like it's wet. Okay? All right, and then we're going to trim that because it's way too big. I don't need it to be that big. And let's trim. This was just a scrap I had. So I don't even know the dimensions, sorry. Just a scrap. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to make a little pendant end on it. So I'm going to put a little snip, and then I come in here like this, slanted, and then the other side. Oops. All right, I got to fix that side. There we go. Get those little bits off. Okay, so there's our little Noel. And then I had my little holly leaves we're going to add on here. We'll put those in around, and we can add some holly berries. Okay, oops. I'm dropping everything. We've got couple of these. Where did my other one go? It flew away with the heat tool. All right, so let me start gluing this down, and we'll put it in all together. And like I said, because this is so intricate, we're just going to use a little couple dots of liquid glue. Oh, Shelly, you were heat embossing too? That's funny. Okay, just a couple dots of liquid glue. Enough to hold it down. Just little baby dots. I'm ever so lightly pressing. I see a little gold bit right there that needs to come off. Hi, Amy. I'm so glad you're here. Did you survive? Did you get all recuperated from your shift? All right, I'm just using my tweezers to kind of help press it down so I don't get sticky fingers. Guess I'm gonna have to do that. All right. And then we're going to add this guy on, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. Oops. There we go. Okay. I need to use my bone folder. Okay. And then let's add in our holly leaves. Since I've got this out, I'm just going to use it. And maybe one on the other side, because you know I like to do odd numbers. Okay, do one right there. And then like these little guys are super tiny. I don't know that I'm going to use those, but you could use those from the die. I think I will use I had a little sequin here, so let's use our little sequin because it's shiny. And we'll put, normally they're at the corner, but it's gonna cover up, so I'm just gonna put one right there. And maybe we'll put one here. So we get a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so there's that card. Isn't that cute? Okay, I hope you liked that. All right, so there's that one, and then we did this card, and then we did this really pretty elegant one. I hope you will try some of these card layouts. Definitely try the fun fold out. Okay? And the stamp set that I used was Tidings and Trimmings with the dies that go with it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Go ahead and personal message me, or you can call me or email me. If you'd like to place an order, remember our paper. This paper that I used is actually on sale right now. And you can use this host code to place an order. Okay. Even if you have business questions, if you're a demonstrator and you have business questions, you can reach out to me, even if you're not on my team. And if you would like to be able to have a discount on these supplies and you want to join my team, then please reach out to me as well. I would love to help you with that. Okay? All right, guys. I'm super excited for you to try some of these cards. I hope you were inspired. I hope you had fun. And I will see you next week. I hope you have a great weekend, everyone. All right? Thank you for staying with me. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.